as we wandered the lonely streets of Nosgoth.
These were the pillars so familiar to my blighted eyes. But now that I had begun to learn their true significance, I regarded the pillars' destruction with a new, enlightened sense of horror.
Do you think when he burps, pages of Thesaurus come up?
Kain's simple refusal, his mere ambition, could truly have caused such devastation.
Well, here we are, folks. Just the omnipresent rain. Our little morose blue buddy.
I discerned the spirit of Ariel.
And a dame.
Here now for more than a century.
Isn't there always a dame?
Forever am I bound, hope abandoned, my spirit tethered to this place.
You might call her a femme fatale.
What destroyed the circle could not touch me, for I was newly dead and beyond harm's reach. I alone was spared the descent into madness, and Kain alone was spared the pain of death.
She's not even talking to us at this point, by the way.
Poison seized Kain even in the safety of the womb. Much more than just his destiny was lost. All of Nosgoth lost balance. Consider us
Literally everyone tilted sideways for a second. It was a crazy evening.
than we once were. I, pure but insubstantial, and Kain, terribly real, but corrupted.
Your imprisonment here has deranged you, spirit.
See? Literally, she was not talking to us the entire time.
Because you believe he is the tether that binds you here. We both know he is not the author of your agony. The pillars were subverted by dark forces, invited by the Guardians themselves. The more I learn of your circle, the more I see a tangle of nested manipulations.
Kain handed them their victory. They sought to topple the pillars, and he was their willing instrument.
Or was he their unwilling pawn? Would it blunt your wrath to know that Kain's dilemma was calculated to bring the pillars down, regardless of the choice he made? And that the devastation would have been even greater had he chosen the path you would prescribe for him?
No comeback? Sassy hips don't count.
Subtle, deceitful creature.
Thank you.
But your clever arguments do not absolve Kain. He must die for the pillars to be restored. There is no other way.
Then consider this more ominous possibility. What if Kain's death does not restore the pillars? Consider that it may simply be too late, that this world may be beyond redemption, and that you may be bound here eternally.
Can't run from me by going ghost mode. And a Danny Phantom up in this bitch. Peekaboo! Oh, I'm sorry, was that insensitive? Really? I'd say we could see eye to eye about this, but you know.
Why do you hound me, demon? You can
'Cause it's
see
fun.
I'm a captive here. Show me some mercy.
Like the mercy you showed your fellow Guardians when you set Kain on them, or the mercy you showed Kain when you kept him ignorant of his destiny while you used him as the scourge of the circle, or perhaps like the mercy you showed your beloved Naprapta when you made him Kain's first kill.
You are cruel. Why do you torment me?
See answer A.
Merely looking for answers, Ariel. Very well. I'll leave you in peace. But know this about you and this purgatory from which you long to escape. You're merely at the threshold.
Step inside, take the plunge. Let's see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Tumbling deeper and deeper into madness. Hey there. You like a big boy? I'll leave you to it. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to be a mini-boss, but who's got time for that? Ew, he spits too. How uncouth. Hey there folks, welcome back to the Let's Nostalgia for Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. Oh good, I was afraid we might have to go a few seconds without a forced fight. Thank you for that game. You're actually a new type of vampire, aren't you as well? I've just realised. I was assuming you're one of the biomechanicals, but you're not. You're a... well, could I call you an organic in this round? Legit life form, at least then, anyhow. Not some kind of fake. Okay. Now we are looking to explore the realms beyond... If I can push the buttons. Yes, the realms beyond the mountains, where we're going to go investigate next. We're hoping to find a way to learn more about Janus Ordran, ancient, super powerful vampire that apparently knew a bunch about the Soul Reaver, amongst other things. Because of various reasons, in addition just to being a stereotypish bastard, Kain refuses to just simply tell us the information. Admittedly, all considering, I wouldn't be surprised if Raziel didn't believe me until he did. So, there is genuinely a character motivation not to just have Kain exposit it all, because, yeah, say, Raziel would just, he wouldn't buy it, even if it was 100% true, which, let's face it, I wouldn't trust Kain to tell the truth, even if it was 100% in his favour to do so. These spa guests are very aggressive. I don't want a Swedish massage. Go away. Not into that. Alright, time for you to die. Gentlemen, please, I can only kill so many of you at once. There we go. That question is, am I actually going to have enough health to run all the way to the section I need to get to before Raziel croaks due to excessive Soul Reaver usage? Kain did warn you if you kept playing with it, you go blind. I'm just saying. Hey, Papa Fulu. How you doing? I say. Been a bit of a DIY, a bit of renovation, eh? Can't say I like what you've done with the place. Too many tentacles for my liking. I got them slappy feet, by the way. Oh, they're quiet now, though.
Raziel, the failed assassin. You had Kain at your
I didn't
mercy.
fail, I refused.
You had the courage to fulfill the act. And now you see the wasteland wrought by the tyrant's hand, by his selfish decision to preserve his own life, even when it meant sacrificing the whole world. This is the fate of Nosgoth, as long as Kain remains alive.
An ironic condemnation, given this guilty scene. One would think you'd torn down the pillars single-handedly. What are you trying to obliterate as you drag your loathsome body through this chamber? And why, as Nosgoth descends into madness and misery, do you appear to thrive?
Pure coincidence. How dare you accuse Papa Fulu?
You, apparently, are no exception.
I am the engine of life, the source of Nosgoth's very existence. I am the hub of the wheel, the origin of all life, the devourer of death.
Or maybe you're just hungry. Could it be as simple as that? Wouldn't that be poetic irony? The great adversary of empires turns out to be the biggest parasite of them all.
Oh snap.
Do not test my patience, Raziel. I made you.
Or
and
what?
I will unmake you if I become so inclined.
I've had these conversations with
As
parents
your
before.
agent, I am beyond death.
There are fates worse than death, Raziel.
Oh, I see you now as you truly are. A cancer. A spooling parasite burrowed deep in the heart of this world.
Go now. Play out your pitiful rebellion and take your place among the destroyed, the used, and the damned. But know
Sounds fun.
this, you are mine for eternity. You have always been, and will always be, my Soul Reaver.
Roll credits. Yeah, I don't know if that's even going to work properly, but I really hope it does. Assuming I actually remember to put it in. So yeah, we've once again been decried by Papa Fulu. We have disappointed him in our refusal to kill Big Daddy Kain. Oh well, I'm sure we'll live with it. Or not live with it, unlife with it, whatever. Point being, we're not going to lose any sleep over it. Though does Raziel sleep? I don't think he sleeps. Gentlemen! Ow! Enough of that. Now time for your silliness and your shenanigans. We've got places to go. things to do, temples and puzzles to unlock. So very many things. Speaking of temples, oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, so I think I mentioned this briefly the first time we came through here. This area does change, like the water level changes as you enter different time zones. So this one is a bit of a weird one. It's partially drained in the future, but not sufficiently drained you can actually do anything except grab a few power-ups. I think there's actually one later on closer to where you need it as well, but anyway, point being. Oh right, of course. They decided to give the fonts enemies you have to fight every now and again to activate them properly. Which I don't quite understand the point of, but there you go. But yeah. Now I'm trying to remember, is it the past where it's completely drained? I can't remember. Yeah, we'll eventually have to go like into this thing if I remember right. I'm sure this is actually like a legit temple entrance some point later in the game. But yeah, that's considerations for another time. It's also a bit of an interesting way of really utilising an area. Like the first time we came through it was all flooded, obviously. Now it's partially drained, which means the upper areas we actually need to use platforming skills to access. We can't just swim through the caverns and, be done with it. So remember, try again. It requires, rather, you first of all to remember how you got from A to B, and then to be able to figure out how to put that route into action using a different traversal method, in this case actually running, jumping, climbing, etc. So can I just jump out of the water this way? Let's have a look. So if I go... No, game, what? Okay, the game doesn't like that, it wants me to go back downwards for some reason. Right, game, stop, please. See, every time you touch the surface it spazzes out if the mouse is even slightly moving. Makes it very difficult to get your bearings sometimes. I need to be over there, don't I? Yes. And then that loops around upwards again. And that takes me to the... Yeah, okay, I know where I'm going. That's fine. Hawky pokey. Now please don't fall off the edge because I really don't want to wrestle with the camera. Oh. Ooh, okay, we're good. We're fine. Exactly as intended. Oh, hi. Ow! Oh, don't you dare kill me. I don't know how far I'd have to go to get back to a bloody resurrection point from here. Oh god, I've got like a sliver of health left, haven't I? Okay, so ideally we need to be out of these caverns. Because I don't want to have to try and, like I say, find where the nearest resurrection point is to get out. And also have to redo my bloody dark magic infusion. Ah, there we go. This is the point you need the dark Reaver for. Create a little shadow bridge across here. Although I'm starting to wonder, just looking at... I suppose it would be slightly too far to like extended jump and glide, wouldn't it? Just slightly. Oh, forced combat. Can't let you out of the area without forcing you to fight at least one creature. Probably should have put the Soul Reaver away real quick as I landed the last blow and see if I could absorb his soul, but... oh well. Here's what it is. Oh well. I'm keeping half an eye on the time as well because I can't be recording too late as I have an appointment with the opticians tomorrow. Yeah. Basically in my mid-30s at this point and I've finally reached the stage where I can't avoid it anymore. I'm going to, from the look of it, end up joining the Spectacle Brigade.
Of escaping this demon-infested wasteland. The time-streaming device contained therein offered my only prospect of journeying back into Nosgoth's early history. Unless I discovered some means of breaking the seal, I was condemned...
Question does arise, why does it have to be this time chamber and not the other one we've just exited? Why can't we use that? Oh well. Never mind, never mind. Oh, parkour, you can't catch me now, son! Yeah, speaking of parkour, I did watch a really cool video, well, a couple video series actually, the other day. It's a group of chaps who basically teach a parkour school in America, I'm assuming it was. Actually, it might have been Canada. Might have been Canada, actually, yeah. Basically, they were doing like a little challenge thing. They were taking a crack at learning a bunch of gymnastic stuff from legit gymnists, that's the word. And And the gymnast would then take a crack at learning some parkour techniques. It was quite interesting, actually. So both groups did really well. I thought it was really cool to watch, just how they had to learn how to take what they've been learning how to do. Obviously the parkour lads having to learn how to be less loosey-goosey and a bit more sort of on point and formal. And the gymnast ladies having to learn how to relax, how to flow from movement to movement instead of like movement, bam, wait for point evaluation, movement, bam, wait for point evaluation kind of thing. Getting them used to the idea that it was less about perfect technique and more about safely and, well, in a fun manner, getting yourself from A to B. Right. I'll try and remember to include a link in the video, though knowing my own history with these things I'll probably forget, because this will go up like weeks after I've recorded it.
The passage of time had indeed cleared my way forward, enabling me to explore the northern.
Why is that wall climbable? And where's the tree?
I was anxious to discover if some evidence of Janos Audron's existence might still remain.
I have so many questions. And yes, I'm deliberately ignoring the Bandersnatches. They're irritating enough when I was playing Code Veronica. I don't need to be reminded of their existence now. Weird creatures. Yeah, well. Before anyone asks, no, I'm not playing bloody Code Veronica for this channel. I played it once, because the missus wanted to experience it actually being played. And that's kind of our agreement. I play the spooky games for her. And because she's in the room while they're being played, she counts them as having been played by herself. It can even be games that she's actually out and out watched somebody else LP. But it doesn't count as her having experienced them legit, quote unquote, until she's at least been in the same room as where they're being played. Right. Kill your ass. Next. Oh no, he poked me. Not to poke, anything but to poke. I suppose it gives me a chance to get all my health back and such. Make everything a bit easier. Oh my god, all the souls. Look a lot like the wraiths that come out of Shadow Man's gun as well, don't they? Or is that just me who thinks that? Oh. That weird sort of 90s phone receiver clicky noise the music just did. Oh, it's fixed itself now. Usually when it does that, it means the game's deciding whether or not it's going to crash in the next couple of seconds. That's the last thing I need. Probably was if I try and get to a save point. I think there's one in the next area. I'm really hoping there is. I can't remember how to get to it. Do I need to be alive to get through this gate? I probably need to be alive to get through this gate, don't I? Which means I'm going to have to backtrack and try and find a resurrection point. Unless there's one up here? Nope, of course there isn't. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not getting through that way. Because I can't activate levers while I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost, not a poltergeist. Yeah. Not ghostly enough to walk through things, but... yeah. The rules of the spectral realm are odd, to put it mildly. Like what transitions into the spectral realm and what doesn't. And how we interact with it. Yeah. Like the levers, you can't activate levers and things. In fact, you can walk straight through them. But static objects, those seem to translate just, you know, as legit objects. Ow. Oh, there's two of you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to soul Reaver the pair of you just for the hell of it. Just makes my life so much easier, to be quite frank. There we go. Alright. Pull. No, game, please. Lever. Pull the lever! No? That did nothing. Is this going to be another pull and hold? Yes, it is, okay. Once again, you'll notice the game did not tell me I needed to hold the lever either. Oh, that jump. That's like straight out of Tony Hawk. I'm impressed. Here I am, eating everything I can.
Here I discovered the quaint hamlet of Ushtenheim, now long abandoned and collapsing into ruin. Legend claimed that Janos Ordren terrorized its villagers until the Sarafan hunters ferreted him out and destroyed him. If there was any truth to the old tales, the lair of the infamous
What the fuck just happened?
must
That's some Exorcist shit you just did with your Necraziel. Yeah, we'll take a little break as well. Oh, now a monster!